Ladies and gentlemen, I've heard that you were looking for an epic game with a lot of team fights. Well, I got exactly that in store, so buckle up and get ready for the wildest ride of your life. This game submitted by Average nailed it, will probably provide us with what we need to satisfy our Dota needs. I said satisfy why I don't care, let's go. Okay. Alright, oh wait, I forgot one little thing before we are live. No, I said one little thing, Dota, don't try and push notification to me. There we go. Here we go. It's gonna look ugly for 2 seconds, I'm just getting my presets ready, and here we go, we're live! Alright, there's a game between the Dire and the Radiant. I don't think that, well, I think that, yeah. These people are playing 5 versus 5, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, there's a few contestants for today. We have Negro. Oh my god, that is one racist username that is actually not racist because it's just a Negro. It's a Negroing. That's all he is. He's playing the Rubik. I am Pepe. Okay, he is on the terrorblade. On his bottom lane, there's Miming. And yeah, he's on the Bloodseeker. There's Paps Malone on the Sand King. And on the mid lane, none other than the Shadow Fiend, played by Snug Perman. Yeah, he is looking extremely snug with his Arcana, and that's good. To face them, to oppose them, you have, of course, an Invoker. It's a classic, El Clasico, between the Invoker and the Shadow Fiend. So, I don't even have time to talk about the people. They're already making a move. Will Emerson, Elliot Alderson, Run Barry Run, and finally the Chicken Man Boris are all on the top lane, and they're trying to find some people. They're probably going to go on the offensive straight on. The game hasn't even started that they're already trying to make a move on these peeps. Let's see if they are successful. Well, Run by Run on the Shaker is gonna run in. He has killed Fisher first, so he could potentially lock the enemy in a very disadvantageous situation, but it won't happen today. No. Will Emerson will claim the one of the runes at top. Believe that the Dire should probably steal the bottom rune. No, it does not appear so. In fact, they're going to actually find a catch. Negro will manage to save the day by lifting Boris, but I think that's all she wrote. Yep, you have Paps Maloney that comes in, and there you go. Now it's a 3 against 3. And the first burst strike of the game is missed completely off the mark. No one saw anything. Negro will have to walk away. They will not be able to get some KFC today. Boris, the Flying Chicken Man, is alive. They're going to place, interestingly enough, the anti-mage on the off lane against the terrorblade. Not sure I like that too much. That might be really, really bad for them. Because, yeah, he even skilled the mana break first. As soon as he skills refraction, that terrorblade is going to shred the anti-mage every single time that spell is off cooldown, which is to say, every 22 seconds. Paps Malone. Well, okay, he's chasing as well. They're really trying to break that anti-mage, and he's being left to duo lane. On the off lane, not sure I like that. You have the Metamorphosis committed, trying to kill the anti-mage. Has no blink, he's still level 1, he might just fall here. He might, but Boris finds the first blood on Negro. But the more important kill is the kill by IMP that does manage to find the anti-mage and get a kill. Maybe they're gonna get a kill on Boris. They don't have a Boris strike. Paps Maloney does not have the mana for it, but it hardly matters. They got the important kill, and that's, well, good for the Dire. That's extremely good. Meanwhile, bottom lane, well, we do have the Lion, played by Elliot Anderson. That's going to, yeah, have an alright time against a Bloodseeker, because he's dual laning with Run Berry Run. It's probably going to be a core shaker. In fact, it is. Look at the CS score. He is stopping it. He is on top. And that's good. That's extremely, extremely good for him, which is great because the anti-mage, he's now being left alone on the offlane. Offlane anti-mage, new meta. Well, he should probably get shot down. And if he doesn't, well, I'm gonna call the police. I will call the police and try to get that anti-mage, well, the teammates of that anti-mage arrested for not protecting the anti-mage. No, actually, I was talking about something else. I will arrest the Dire for not committing to kill that anti-mage, because they do need to kill him. They really do. So far, though, the anti-mage is farming decently. Way better than the terrorblade. Surprisingly. I don't really know. In fact, it's about Maloney that might just die. Oh my! He is dropping low. No power strike! But the slow comes in. Oh, that terrorblade does a lot of damage, but that arcane bolt might just be enough to kill Pops Maloney. No, 8 HP! Can they actually finish the job? They can. Will Emerson will claim a kill on this top lane, which is really surprising. Really? Oh, Negro walked in the range of the tower, got cold snap, so the Invoker knows that the Rubik knows that the Invoker knows that he's around. Made a lot of sense, right? Well, let's see if they can still try to get something out of this. Rubik level 1 only has the lift, but can he use it? Can he use it? The Shadow Fiend is around. They're probably waiting. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Here comes the lift. Here comes the first raise. No body block from Negro. And yeah, that means that Snug Pearman will not be able to kill. What's that name? BDP. Well, BDP. BDP will be completely happy with the way things are going, although the lane is completely even at middle. I do say that, yeah, the lane is kind of, would have favored the Shadow Fiend, because, well, the Shadow Fiend having a good start is terrifying, but I'm not entirely sure. Really, when an Invoker gets a good start, he can get scary as well, so I'm not sure. I'm going to see in the future. One thing is for certain is that the Bloodseeker's not having a good time compared to his opponent on the enemy offlane. He is poor. He is extremely poor. Even the Lion has almost as much CS as he does. And look at this, man. Now he's trying to go toe-to-toe with Elliot Anderson, but he doesn't know that Boris is around. The monster of the night is here. Here comes the Sunstrike. Won't even be needed. Run, Barry, run. With the Fisher and the Ancient Totem claims an easy kill on that poor Bloodseeker. That's not working at all. Not at all. And that Carry Shaker, well, he's getting ahead. He's getting propelled to the summits of money, of gold, of richness, of, yeah, of being a millionaire. He's a millionaire right now, compared to the rest of the world. Because everyone's poor. When you have 5 cents, and everyone else has absolutely nothing, well, you're a millionaire. Now, what's next up? Probably an attempt on that Shadow Fiend. Elliot Henderson rotates in, Boris to follow. Here comes the cold snap. Here comes the slow from the Skyras mate. Sunstrike. This time it's going to be useful. This time it's going to connect. BDP claims the kill on Snugman. That's his XD for good measure. He wants to put salt in his own wound, but maybe a return kill. Boris jumps forward, but they're going to sign the Sand King. They're going to put an Earth Spike on him. The Ice Wall comes in, and here comes the Sand King's body to the morgue. He's dead. He is dead. The action keeps on happening, and Elliot Anderson actually goes down. Those raises, they do a surprising amount of damage. Mercy Main, by the way. They have done so much damage. They have taken down the Lion. He wasn't too careful. So he's dead. That's what happens when you become a bit too reckless. But I think the Shadow Fiend, yeah, he shouldn't be too sad about it. Sure, he lost a lot of souls, but he's still having a relatively good lane. Just like the terrorblade, that might not have the best of lanes once he gets shut down, because he's about to die. Maybe, maybe not. Terrorblade, he does have a TP, but won't even have the opportunity to use it. Boris will prove that, yeah, Skyras Mage in the early game, if he roams around correctly, can shut down pretty much anyone. And he has pretty much, well, free reign in this early game. These early hours are proving to be Skyrath hours. Well, maybe not if he dies, because he's isolated, no mana, no health, one stun. They had the lift to work with the mango. No mana, but whatever. He's dead, and maybe more to follow. Snug Perman has come. Not entirely sure if that's worth it. If they can't get the kill, the race will be completely off the mark, and he will be served to Shadow Fiend. Unfortunately, he's not cooked, and he will walk away. That's what happens when you don't cook your mate. And here comes the Sunstrike. It's going to connect on Pepperman. Negro might also be under trouble. Boris still chasing. What is happening? That's for Hero Stop. Sand King's also under trouble. The Arcane Bolt will actually try to hit that Sand King. They're even going to use the Echo Slam to finish the job, but he will go down. He will go down, the Sand King. Well, that's a lot of kills for the Radiant. They do commit a lot of heroes, so I'm pretty sure that, yeah, in terms of net worth, yeah, that they're not exactly getting too far ahead, but still 2k on the board, 7 minutes in, it's pretty good. It is pretty good for the Radiant. Especially if you have an anti-mage that you want farmed. It is especially good if you can shut down, well, the Terrorblade, which is supposed to have the favorable matchup against the anti-mage. he's not having it so far. He is not having the best of lanes at the moment. Surprising, but then again, considering that the Radiant is rotating so well, is it any wonder? Look at it. Look at these people. They're going to find the Shadow Fiend. They might even shut him down. That's a problem. Lack of mobility in the Dire. That's going to happen again and again. Elliot Anderson, not level 6, but the Sunstrike will make that unneeded. In fact, it's not even the Sunstrike. It's Barry, run. Run, Barry, run. He came around to play, and he got a new toy. The body of the Shadow Fiend. Miming? Well, he was pushed off the offlane a while back. Well, now he's going to be pushed back from life as he dies. Silence is the Earthshaker, Silence is also the Skyrash Mage, but can they do anything with it? There's 4 heroes from the Radiant on their face. The Sand King's gonna have to walk away. Anti-mage has Mana Void if he wants to use it, but I don't think he wants to. He does have the mana for a Boar Strike, the Sand King, but really, it's an anti-mage with almost no catch against him. Can they actually take him down? No, sir, they cannot. They're even under the vision of the Radiant Observer Ward. So, yeah, no, it's currently the Radiant in full control in his early hours. He's even going to TP away to the bottom lane, the anti-mage, using the lane that has been left for him to take. Okay, immediate answer is gonna be the Bloodseeker. Not level 6 yet. I think that, yeah, the Dire, they still have a shot when they hit their key timings. I mean, terrorblade, he does need a few items, sure. But, yeah, the Rubik, if he still spells, he has a lot of spells to choose from. And by a lot, I do mean a lot. Yep, they do have a lot of spells. And oh, what's this? It does appear like they want to go on the Terrorblade. That poor man, he didn't have the best of games. He could not farm as easily as the rest. And oh, magnificent stuff on that Terrorblade. That's Thunder. It may just kill Barry, run, Barry, run. Well, he can't run no more. He's dead. That might come at a cost, and the cost is the Sand King. He's dead. But that is still rather good for for the Terrorblade. He killed the core. And he lost the support. So all is well and good in the land of the Dire. Not really. They are still extremely far behind. 3k at 10 minutes, 10 minutes mark. It's not what you want, not where you want to be, especially considering that there's an anti-mage against you. You want to shut him down and shut him down hard. But are you getting this? No, sir. All you're getting is cold blood to your face every single time you try and go for him. Although, now that Bloodseeker has hit level 6, he might want to rupture the anti-mage. Can he do it? Can he do it? He's gonna find Elliot Anderson and oh, nice Earth Spike followed by a nice tornado and a nice meatball and a nice body on the floor. It's a Sand King that felt the heat of the Radiant once more, and now the Sunstrike is actually going to connect on Ming Ming. Poor guy. He falls, and he falls hard. Now, it's Will Emerson that's alive to farm. Look at this. He didn't even need to participate in that fight. He just took the XP by standing near it, and he can just go back to farming. While the Invoker is also farming rather decently. I mean, he's farming bodies, and he has a Midas, so he doesn't even need to farm that well. But he's still on top of the net worth, almost on top, because there's one man that, that has managed to take the top despite all odds, is the Terrorblade. He was under a lot of pressure, a lot more than the anti-mage I would feel, and yet, he pulled ahead. He is on top of the world right now. And that's surprising, which is a good sign for them though. They do need an answer, because look at what's happening to his teammate. Death, and more death. 14-4, 11 minutes in. Do you want this happening to you? I don't think so. I really think he wants out. I'm pretty sure that if this was a random game, not a 5x5 game, it would probably be flaming body in the Dire. Because, Dota players, like myself, are prone to tilting. And talking about tilting, well, they might just tilt the body of these Shadow Fiend into a new shape, and they will. They'll take down the Shadow Fiend easy peasy. They just need to use all their stunts, their slows, their silence, and the damage comes naturally. And everyone dies. What a surprise. They decide to smoke now. Alright. They do decide to smoke up. What's their target? They probably want to kill the Terrorblade, but unfortunately they won't find him. They will not be able to find him because he's at middle. But oh, talking about a middle, there's Paps Malone trying to fight the anti-mage. There's no anti-mage here. There's an Invoker that's going to almost get ruptured, but it was a fake out by Miming. He doesn't want to fight. Now, Maybe later. Maybe later. I am not entirely certain. I'll see. I will see. Snug Perman? What's the plan? What is the plan? I have absolutely no idea. Probably farming. He needs to recover, alright? Negro finally hit level 6, so he's gonna have an ancient totem. Double his damage output, but really. His damage output is abysmal, so... Not entirely sure that's the best steal. Still good to farm, though. Sorry, not to farm. To steal the farm from I am Pepe. Indeed, he is stealing all of the farm. Wait a minute. Can you... oh, yeah, people can actually hear me. That is good. I was getting worried for a second. Okay, alright. Alright, Miming. No. What is he doing? Farming as well. I haven't felt the impact of that Bloodseeker too much. Then again, considering the start that he had, is it any wonder? Are you surprised that he had a bad start? He was alone against, well, a very, very aggressive duo lane. And then, yeah, can't really have the greatest of impact if you're shot down. You can, however, have great impact if you find two heroes isolated. A Shaker and Lion might get a bit overzealous here. Here comes the Echo Slam, though. And oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. They do manage to take down Negro, but that's going to come at the cost of Elliot Gardner. And here comes the revenge for Elliot. Revenge for Elliot is going to lead to a disaster. Okay, they do lose this Sky Rush. They even might lose Barry. Barry, run! Run, Barry, run! He is running, alright? He is running. He has a Blink Dagger already. Very early Blink Dagger. Then again, it's a carry Shaker, so not that early. In fact, if you consider that he's been safe laning, he doesn't exactly have the best of items. Surprising, surprising. But oh well. Miming? What is he doing? He does have a Bow of Fury. Early Bow of Fury, which is great. He has boots to work with as well. But he has to be careful. There's 4 heroes around. And there might be another Shaker around as well. But the rest of the team, the Invoker and the Skyrath, are still far. They're going to try and maybe go on the Shaker. They block his path. They're going for him. They do want to go for him. Here comes the Assault. And it will be a short one because they don't need to spend that much time on him. He dies easily, he is squishy after all. Here comes the Sunstrike, going to be off the mark this time. He placed a lot of beautiful Sunstrike to the Invoker, but unfortunately for him, PDB, Invoker, well, he didn't manage to land that one. Perhaps Malone has eyes on Boris, they want to continue the assault, the counter-assault. So far, it's been the Radiant has been setting the pace of this game, but now, well, the Dire, now that they've hit their levels, it's time for them to set the pace. After all, they have an anti-mage, so they're forced to fight 4 against 5 until the anti-mage has items. I felt that's the game here. That is the plan for these people. For the Dire. Dire that's going to smoke up. Miming will not get a memo. As no, well, what is he doing? Maybe he can bait. But they do know he's around. I think they even smoked under an Observer Ward. Yep, they did. They did smoke under a Radiant Observer Ward, but they'll still find the Lion. But they'll get the consolation prize. Well, are they gonna get it? Not a lot of damage being dealt on Elliot Anderson. Thank you, man. Boris will come in. Might go the other ways. Thanking? Well, he's dead. Past Malone. Well, he's a king of the sand, but now he's a king of the ground as he dies. Maybe Ming will join him in the grave. Indeed, he will. Elliot Anderson, despite the fact that there was everyone on him, he still survives. And now, well, it's the Dire that has to back off. But can they back off? That's the question. It's already a disaster letting the anti-mage farm without putting any pressure on the map. But yeah, it would be even more disastrous if they lose more than just their sinking and their off-laner. But it does appear like it won't happen today. No, it won't happen. But at the same time, what will happen is the anti-mage farming. The anti-mage farming. What a coincidence. What a surprise. You must be extremely curious as to why the anti-mage is farming. Well, the answer is very simple. It's because it's an anti-mage. Wow, what a surprise. How could you have expected such a thing? I know, right? An anti-mage farming. Wow. Impressive. Anyway, enough. Enough about the obvious, more about the less obvious. Rubik's getting pinged because he farms. Everyone's farming. Everyone wants to keep on the pressure. But oh, the Negro, he's dead. He gets pinged hardcore. They know now that there's an observer ward here. But I don't think that they know that it's going to expire in a few seconds. Perhaps Malone, yeah, he's getting a sentry as ACP. They don't want this happening again. And yeah, that invoker now, he's getting further ahead. He is going par with the anti-mage in terms of farm. That's how big he gets. Yeah, English. The invokers also has a lot of kills, by the way. Yeah, he has 502 to his name, which is a good score. Well, Shakers only has a mere 723. May want to correct that, but no, it's the anti-mage that has to run away. He gets ruptured. They have to retreat the Radiant, but the anti-mage still has a rupture on him. But oh, here comes the Echo Slam. Here comes one. One hero's out. How many more can leave? 2 heroes out, but this time from the Radiant as the IPPP will try to kill one. They actually managed to get the anti-mage. The Bloodseeker does manage to find a kill. They might find a kill on the Skyrash. They will, but no. Yeah. There's the Skyrash mage, but the hero that I wanted to express the death of was the lion. They do find the lion, and they are happy about it. They are going to be very happy to die. They've achieved what they needed to achieve. They killed the big man in the house. They killed the anti-mage. And that is great, because, yeah, at the rate in which this game was going, the Dire would have had absolutely no chance. This would have been a really short game for me to cast. But fortunately, we're gonna get more. This game's gonna last for a little while longer. The anti-mage not gonna get fat as soon as you would have expected. Then that's very good. That's also a few kills in the belly of that terrorblade, which is also great considering that he's now gonna get the items. Has the Hurricane Pike now working on the Manta. Well, when do you not want a Manta? Against an Earthshaker, probably. I'm not entirely sure I like that pickup too much. Maybe it would have been better to get a Stangen Yasha. Although, he could use that Manta to push. Maybe that's the play. Maybe you want to offset the damage of the anti-mage, the split pushing damage, by split pushing yourself. That could be the play. Talking about the anti-mage. Well, he's still farming. But is he getting big? Well, he's getting low on health due to these creeps, to these ancient creeps. He's still not very big. In terms of levels, yeah, he's kind of on the top, but he's not at the summit yet. Will Emerson still has 1 level to catch up to his opponents. Opponents now with an S, plural, because there's the Shadow Fiend that is catching up as well. I mean, the anti-mage, he's good at farming, but the Shadow Fiend also has some flash farming abilities. Talking about the Shadow Fiend, we won't see him today. Instead, we're probably going to see an assault on the Earthshaker. Well, okay, it gets cancelled, so the Mystic Flare will miss. The Tornado won't. It will land on I Am Pepe. But really, it's just over by this point. I think both teams are really aware that going in would be suicide. Or is it? They're trying to go in anyway. The Earthshaker's dropping extremely low. There you have the suicide comes in. But oh, the gun. I forgot about the sniper of this game. Elliot Anderson is very, very terrifying. Very terrifying because of that Finger of Death. What's also terrifying is the Sentry Ward with the Rupture. Yeah, Invoker. He had nowhere to run. No way out for that man. Absolutely no. Mei may want to continue putting on the pressure on Elliot Anderson. He's going to silence the Lion just in time so the Earthspark won't come. Can they finish him off? It looks like they can. Easy peasy as well. Do they even need to squeeze the lemons? I don't think so. They're going to take down the tier 1 tower as well. Well, which is recovery, but oh, huge Echo Slam on the Abiter Shaker. He drops 1, but here comes the Sunder as well. Now, Barry run. He did something beautiful, but there was no follow-up. Absolutely no follow-up. So they drop a support. Yes, they drop the Sand King, but then he pays with his life. Was it worth it? Not at all. Let me look at the fight recap. Not at all. They lose. Well, they don't lose a lot of gold, but they give a lot. It's a hand that keeps on giving, it feels like, because look at this net worth graph. Look at how confused it is, and look at how downwards it is looking. It's, yeah, worrying for the Radiant now. They're getting bigger. They are getting extremely big, so the anti-mage rightfully decides that it's time to end the game by ratting. He has dropped that tower to 600 HP. Yep, now 500 HP and 97 HP. And he's out. The anti-mage is out. And that's good for him. That is extremely good for the Radiant, because he's buying more time now. You want your anti-mage to do this, and you want him to do that successfully. So actually, now that I think about it, that Echo Slam, although it dropped the life of the Shaker, although it did propel the Terrorblade higher up, it may have been a gamble. It may have been a move to buy some time for the anti-mage to rat and to close the game as middle. Oh, Tornado's gonna come in, Barry run. It's going to avoid the combo by the invoker by using a use of his own, but it might not matter. Run, Barry, run. He's not gonna run, he's gonna fight. As now, anti-mage even joins the fray, but oh, look who also joins the fray, the terrorblade, with being somewhat tanky. He's joining the fray, but he's alone. He decided to go 1 against 5. Guess who wins? Definitely not the lone guy, it's everyone else. They managed to stop the unstoppable streak of I am Pepe. And that's what I was saying 5 seconds ago, completely nullified. I mean, alright, sure, he was doing some great stuff up until he died once, like 1 against 5. He thought that he was the king of the universe. Well, guess what? He's not. The anti-mage is gonna get a bit of damage, but oh, it's Elliot Anderson that tries to go on Negro, and he's going to die, but not before the Rubik dies. And oh, BKB used by the Bloodseeker. Now he's in full control. He's in Kuruma mode. He's in racing car mode. But can he find anyone? He cannot. He does not even have the Rupture to work with. So even if he finds the anti-mage is just going to blink in 1 second. There you go. Not even 1 second. Half a second. Anti-mage that's going for a butterfly. Casual butterfly. That might be a bit greedy. That might be extremely greedy. He is not going for any tanking item. He is not going for a pickup that I would feel is extremely essential in a team that does have a lot of lockdown but could always use more. The Basher. No, he finished the butterfly. Well, that's at least going to give him a lot of speed, I guess. That's going to give him the ability to dash out a lot of damage. He deals 240. Does it match the terrorblades though? It does. It clearly does. So, all is well, all is good, but I feel like both teams are somewhat equal now. They are at a relatively equal point, and only the fight will decide who wins and who loses. Alright, what's next? What's next? It's maybe try to fight, do as I say, and now the Terrorblade, he's doing a little nice thunder, and he has been surviving. And Boris walks way too deep and dies. Papa Maloney will tank the flare, no problem. As now it's the entirety of the Radiant that has to run away. The Radiant Courier is dead. They have found 2 crucial objectives and maybe more. They are trying to run down at the Shaker. The Eos is available, and so is the Blink in 1 second. He is going in, and he can absolutely shred the Shaker. No problem. Requiem of Soul just completely shreds down that Shaker. Can he not die? It does not appear like he will not die. He will actually die, and yeah. The Invoker will ensure his demise. As in us nothing. It's called the Sunstrike. The Sunstrike tries to connect on that tanking, but Paps Maloney knows better. He's going to blink out. He's going to Burst Strike away. Does not have the Sandstorm until, well, in 3 seconds. He's going to get Cold Snap. Oh, but here comes reinforcement. Boris and Will Emerson will make his escape. Not as grand as one would have thought it would have been. Because he's out, but he's out through the door of death. No, Blink stolen by Rubik will make sure that he's not going to be a 3rd casualty for his team. But really, back and forth and back and forth. That's what I feel this game is, how this game is going. They are basically feeding kills one after the other. And yeah, they're all, setting the tempo one after the other. They're having turns as who's gonna set the tempo, who's gonna direct this game. They're all directors in this glorious game, but really, they're not doing anything. Interesting. Oh, hold on. Ah, never mind. Okay, it was just a message telling me that there's going to be rain tomorrow. Glorious notifications on phone. Anyway, glorious notification on Dota. Ages taken by anti-mage. And oh, the Shaker is dead somehow. Well, regardless of how or where he died, it was probably to save. It was probably to catch the attention of the enemy. Talking about catching the attention of the enemy, there's one spell that does catch the attention of the Rubik. It's the Mana Void. How did it catch the attention? By killing him. That's all it did. They did plant a ward as well. No, it's a die ward. It's a defensive ward. They don't actually have anything offensive. And those kills, they're piling up slowly but surely, and it's creating a nice portfolio for that anti-mage. Talking about the anti-mage though, he's going in the wrong way. That's not the exit, sir. That's the entrance. The entrance to hell. Okay, Mink does not have Rupture until another second, but now he has it. Now he has it, but he's gonna get slowed. Can they actually find Will Anderson? They don't. In fact, it's going to be Will Anderson that finds him. Mink dies. He does have buyback. May want to use it now because tier 3s are aggressive. But oh, there you have it. The buyback comes in, but somehow the Aegis was used thanks to the Rubik attacking in the back lines. Now he might be under a fair amount of trouble himself. That's up top. The fight is also on, but it's on Will Emerson trying to fight Mink. That's a more important part. Epicenter comes in, but he's already dead. I am Pepe, sorry, I keep on forgetting his name, does get a kill on Elliot Anderson as well on the bottom lane. So, result of these fights, the Radiant, they get nothing, and actually they get a tier 3 tower, but they lose 3. 3? Yes, because the Karash has died over here. How? I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me later on what you believe in the comment section of this video or not, because no one is going to watch this anyway. Now, who's next? Who wants a little fight? Hold on a second. Hey, I know what's going wrong with this stream. It's this! Yay! Now we should be gaining a few more FPS. Yay, we're 50. Glorious. No, I am Pepe, with everyone dead on the side of the Radiant that do not have buyback. No one has buyback apart from the terrorblade. They're going to try to pressure down that tier 3 tower. Invoker, anti-mage is dead for another 20 seconds. Tornado is gonna come, however. Do not count the Invoker out, but do not count on the Bloodseeker being passive. He's gonna try and kill down that Shaker that's going to use himself. Here comes a Meatball doing a lot of damage, and here comes the Echo Slam because stunning everyone. Everyone's dead, and that's the Assault of. Although you have the Shadow Fiend with a BKB, manages to get down the Shaker. Can he get more before his BKB times out? Does not appear like he can. Now he has to run. Negro is also around, but Snug is probably dead. Yes, the Finger of Death will secure the kill. And that was way too greedy from the Radiant. There, Dire. Way too greedy from the Dire. They probably should have known better. I am Pepe. He's going to buy back. He did have buyback after all. No one else does. And that greed may get them punished quite heavily. They might lose a tier 3. They might lose more. This is a tense moment now for both of these teams. Because the anti-mage, he cannot afford to die now. But with only 2 heroes alive on the side of the Dire, 3 now, well, they could potentially pressure it, but there's a lot of illusions, and the illusions are going to town. Although, yeah, someone else is going to the city. It's Pups Melone and Will Emerson. Will Emerson is gonna get lifted away from the Rags, but he already took down one. Can he take down the second one? No, he's not going to have eyes on that. He's satisfied. His stomach is filled with the remains of the Dire top Rags. Never mind. He wants dessert, and he wanted that tower, but he's gonna recognize that that dessert is heavily guarded. There's a dog guarding the fridge, or a few attack dogs, I would say. Or are those dogs? No, they're tigers. They would bite you way harder than a dog ever could, and the bite would have been deadly. So he just walks himself out. Will Emerson, well, has he hit his timings yet? Has he? Did he hit his timings? He does have the Battlefield, he does pick up the Aghanim Scepter, he has a Yasha, so he might want to go for a Manta next. So, not yet. He's not 6-slotted yet. And maybe that's going to be impossible, but oh, Ming, he is gonna feel the Aghanim Scepter in his face. And that is a great counter to the anti-mage. In fact, he's gonna even feel an anti-mage in his face. But oh no, Will Emerson, he filled his mind for it. And oh, look at this, look at what we're talking about. Oh, Cataclysm! Cataclysm! It's a disaster for the Dire. More than a disaster, it's a cataclysm. It is the end of the world for the Dire. They have failed the anti-mage and the Invoker working hand in hand. What happens when the anti-mage faces the best mage in the world? The best mage of the planet versus the best assassin of mages. Well, there's no one to stop both of them, that's what. And now he's finally gonna get his dessert, Will Emerson. Or is he? Yes, he is. At the same time, Barry Run and Elliot Anderson, they're going to find a little snack of their own. As, yeah, the Shadow Fiend, he has no answer. He's gonna use his BKB, drop down Boris. Not even. That's not going to work at all. That Aeon Disc saves the day. Boris no longer gets shredded, and that's now, well, that's a Rax down. Another one. Man, Anti-mage really feeding himself to the max here, as OP, DBP, whatever, the anti-mage, I mean, no, the invoker is going to die. Shadow Fiend's even disconnected. Is this a rage quit? Noob! Says run, Barry, run. Alright, they were supposed to be all together, right? Well, they're still insulting each other. As no, okay. Ask him to quit. Says run, Barry, run. Papus Melone. No, might also be under trouble. This could be the end. This could be the end. There's no buyback anywhere. Can they actually mount a defense? LOL. He says, LOL, says the anti-mage. Can they take down... Can they... take down... Yeah, can they take down the Ancient? That's the name of the game, right? It's called Defense of the Ancient. Can they change the name of the game into Attack of the Ancient? Can they change the name of the game into Destruction of the Ancient? Looks like it. They're going to try to take down the Rubik. Second Cataclysm! Does a lot of damage on Ming Ming, but Ming Ming still alive. Tries to kill Run by Run. Actually manages to do it thanks to his BKB. No, I am Pepe. He is going to try and fight. He is going to do a Sunder. Not going to do anything. However, he is slowed for days. Days, probably centuries, because if he dies now, he's going to be dead until the end of times. He is still alive though. He's going to his fountain. No, that 1 centimeter. He was 1 centimeter away from surviving, but no, the deafening blast will hit. It will land. Ming Ming will try to get revenge for the terrorblade. He does not have what he needs, however, as Will Emerson with no HP is still going to get the kill. He's still going to help secure the kill as now the Sanking. He's the one trying to get revenge, but unfortunately this vendetta will be vain, as now it's Megas, and now it's everyone dead, as now it's a death of the Dire. Probably. Shadow Fiend still around, although it's a disconnected Shadow Fiend. He's going to use his BKB and walk into the fountain, but it's all but over at this point, isn't it? The tier 4s fall and the Ancients exposed. I don't believe in miracles. I really don't. Not today, at least. Here comes the Echo Slam, here comes the Cold Snap, and here comes the death of the Dire, hopefully. Because I've said that 3 times already, but they're not taking down the Ancient. Here it comes. Here it ends. Radiant victory. And that was an anti-mage game. You let the anti-mage get big, everyone's out. Everyone's out through the fast lane, through the anti-mage lane. Which is a good lane. I like the anti-mage lane. Anyway, that they were indeed all together, but the flame still came through. I do believe it was also a good job on the part of the Invoker that did land those amazing Sunstrike and those Cataclysms, with of course the Earthshaker that also landed some nice and spicy Echo Slams. That's what I was looking for. The nice and spicy Echo Slams did a lot of work. In fact, it's a coordinated team effort, but the Dire, they also played somewhat well. Really, apart from maybe the early game where they got stomped, they took it back in the mid game. Although, look at graphs, doesn't go ever in favor of the Dire. Not as far as gold is concerned. So, they kept it even for a long time, alright? It never went past the 10,000 mark until it was all but over, until they lost all of their base, basically. They had a shot until the very end, but they did not win the fight that mattered. They were a bit too divided, and that's generally how people lose a game. They just couldn't be coordinated enough. So, that's it for me, at least for now. I am still streaming, I'll keep streaming. And, yeah, hopefully you will tune in for more. This is Vantalion, signing off.